Uh, uh, we're, my stool be rattling. Alright, we're playing the Gundam card game. We're gonna try to. Victory condition. You ever think there's a ghost behind you? The game ends when either player wins by satisfying one of the following victory conditions. You deal battle damage to your opponent when they have no cards in their shield area. Asterisk, the battle damage is, of course, damage dealt by a unit according to its AP. Also, your opponent has no cards in their deck, so I guess you can like mill them out. If you're like an MTG head, and otherwise, that's pretty normal too. That's just like combat, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. Necessary for play: a 50-card deck, a 10-card resource deck, token cards, and damage counters such as dice. Wow. There's a wasp on my window. A deck is constructed using the following 4 card types. We've got units, we've got pilots, we've got command, we've got base. A deck contains exactly 50 cards, and up to 2 colors of cards may be included. Oh, that's interesting. And up to 4 cards of the same card number may be included. Okay. Wait, that's almost a deck of cards. That's fun. Like a solitaire deck, you know what I mean? Card types. Oh, okay. Units are deployed into the battle area. We're not going to call it the battlefield, guys. Up to 6 units may be deployed at once. Units cannot attack on the turn they are deployed. And, of course, they can attack starting from your next turn. When a unit is paired with a pilot and the link requirements are fulfilled, that unit becomes a link unit and can attack immediately on the turn they are deployed. Y'all ever like read something and then you realize that you aren't paying attention at all? Units are... Yes, I hit the battlefield joke and then I phased out. Alright, up to 6 units may be deployed at once. Okay, so we're keeping it tight. Units cannot attack on the turn they are deployed. That makes sense. They're sick. I'm not going to say why, but they're sick. But they can attack starting from your next turn. Very cool. Okay, I think this is the part that woke me back up because I was like, I'm sorry, what? When a unit is paired with a pilot and the link requirements are fulfilled. Oh, wait, actually, that kind of makes sense. That unit becomes a link unit, okay, and can attack immediately on the turn they are deployed. Okay, so I see they put meat in the seat and they go. All right, pilot cards. A pilot is paired with a unit in the battle area by placing it underneath the unit. Each unit can pair with one pilot. Makes sense. This is not Darling in the Franxx, by the way. When a pilot is paired with a unit, it gets the AP and HP listed on the pilot card. Additionally, the paired unit gets the listed pilot ability. A pilot can pair with any unit. Very cool. Command cards. Wow, look at that. She's got a letter just for me. There I am. The harem protagonist. I don't know any of these series. Command cards are one-time use cards that can give you an advantage in battle. Some commands can be activated during your opponent's action step, while others can be treated as a pilot. Isn't that neat? I didn't process that one, but we're going to move on. Base cards, deployed in your shield area. There we go. Use bases to protect your shields, and use their abilities to support your strategy. No more than base... I like YouTube pooped myself. No more than 1 base is deployed at a time. Play sheet and card placement. Oh, do you think they include it in the deck? They get a little play sheet. Deck area, 50 cards. That's really thin. That's like really thin. Is the JPEG right? Battle area. I'm not reading all that. Can you explain it to me in a list? There we go. Deck area. Place your deck here. Draw cards from your deck area into your hand. Beautiful. Resource deck area. Naturally, baby. Shields. Take 6 cards from the top of your deck and place them here, face down, at the start of the game. Okay. Oh, okay. A little Pokemon with a little stank. Place your resources here. You can play a card if the number of resources you have is equal to or greater than the card's level. To pay a card's cost, rest, by the way, turn horizontally, don't think about it, a number of resources equal to the cost. The second turn player places 1 EX resource at the start of the game, okay? No more than 5 EX resource token cards allowed. We're keeping it tight. Battle area. Units are deployed here. No more than 6 units allowed. 1 pilot may be paired with 1 unit. Okay? 6 base. Base. The text is flowing in. The words are flowing out. Bases are deployed here. Did not mute my phone. Place an EX base here at the start of the game. No more than 1 base is deployed at a time. Naturally. I got a smiley face from my mom, by the way. And then another message from my friend. I guess it's... Yeah. Would y'all say... I pressed the space bar. Would y'all say that 11 is a mix between morning and afternoon? I guess if we have to say that, right? Because, afternoon is by definition afternoon. Getting cheesed off. And then naturally, guys, why on earth would we call it anything but trash? And you, of course, place trash cards here. Alright, when we play a card, don't pay attention to this. Rest. I'm not going to explain it. You can read it right here. Resources to pay a cost and play a card. Very cool. You can play a card if the number of resource you have is equal to or greater than the card's level. Wow. To pay a card's cost, rest a number of resources equal to the cost. Level 4, cost 2. That's a Gundam, baby. If you have 4 more resources, you can play this. Very cool. Rest your resources and play. Oh, okay. So you kind of have to be able to, like... Okay. I kind of fuck with that a little bit. Turn progression. The game progresses through the following phases 1 to 5, starting with player 1. I'm not even going to look at them. So long as we don't go into like 6 sub-phases for each one, I'm fine. Start phase. Set all rested... Not explaining it. Not a notification. I'll tell you about it. Set all rested cards as active. That's vertical, baby. They're talking about it. It's active. Who was it? Ooh, audio clip. Plays it in full for you. Just kidding. All right, draw phase. Draw 1 card. I really like drawing cards, so I'm happy that one's here. Resource phase. You're kidding me. Draw 1 card from your resource deck and place it into your resource area. Ooh, I need to see a resource card. I need to see one again. And then I was gonna say finally. Main phase. Oh. That one's not. Got a trademark next to it, I guess. You may play a card from your hand, activate an, whatever this is, ability, or attack with a unit. Ooh. Not and or. And then you end your turn, it becomes your opponent's turn. Okay, then, Huh. I guess that's it. That was actually way easier than I thought. Alright, we're gonna continue here. Oh, okay, it's a 2-player game. I'm actually, like, really interested in that almost alone. Let me look at everything else. Yeah. And the book. I can't do that one. George knew what he was doing. 12. Is that just page 12? I don't think so. What are you? That's 9. What are you? We're in 12, folks. Okay, this is how multiplayer works. Let's go. These rules cover games played between 3 or more players. Let's go. Battle Royale can be played with 99 or more players. No, 3 or more players. And Team Battle can be played with 4 players. Wonderful. Battle Royale rules are for multiplayer battles between 3 or more players in which each player battles all of the other players as opponents. Wow. Wait, actually, what? Oh, wait, no. Okay, for some reason I was like... That one actually threw me for a loop. That is like such a weird way to say how that is, but it's perfectly how it is. All right, rules for deck construction and game progression. That's right, we're referencing other parts of the manual. We're not going there. Are generally the same as those for 2-player battles. Okay. All players use a message such as rock, paper. All players use a method. Hold on, I'm gonna lock in. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm gonna lock in. I'm taking the glasses off. They're not needed here. I'm gonna take a big sip of cola. I'm not gonna tell you which brand. Wow. Wow. All players use a method, such as rock, paper, scissors, to decide which of them will go first. Actually, wait. I'm going to do how it's made. After that, when the active player's turn ends, the turn moves to the next player either clockwise or counterclockwise from them, depending on the direction first chosen. Hold on, I got in the flow. What is this like? How do you say this? This is like Ordinance 12, Example 2, Issue 2. All players, except player 1, place EX resources while preparing to play. The redrawing of hands is performed in order, starting with player 1. If players are simultaneously required to perform some action, such as resolving effects, the active player does so first, followed by the next player in order. And this continues, one player at a time, until all of them have finished completing the action. I kind of lost it, but it was fine. I didn't process any of that, though. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of getting bored. I gotta skim. 12.3. Y'all. Can you just get, like, a funny cartoon man to tell me this in less than this? I don't know. Well, I think that did also download it. So, I'm going to be studying it later. I'm going to be on that. There's the starter guide. Wait, what? Oh, it just took me to the main page. But what's different? They get a movie? Is this what I need? They get an FAQ? Wait, I got